All right, well, welcome to the Performing Arts for the 2024 Silver Arts. First up, we're going to have the Blazin' Blues Bob instrumental solo.
Good evening. Arrangement of an old gospel tune I'd like to do for you.
He forgot to turn you on.
I think you did.
You can holler, we can hear you.
we go. All right, so next up, we're gonna have another instrumental solo by Bob Wingett.
Wow. We got a little bigger crowd than we had before. Thank you all. I've heard in the past a couple ways of getting relaxed before you play, and I don't want to imagine you in your underwear. So the other way was just imagine you're in my living room. So I've never had this many people in my living room before, but this first tune is an instrumental that I wrote. And it's also the first track on my album. I put out an album, my first, after 50 years of playing guitar. So it's called Just Winging It. And this first tune is called Warm and Fuzzy. Wait for a track, guys. Maybe I should play without it. There we go.
That was Bob. So next up is a vocal solo, also by Bob Winkett.
Hey, folks. I didn't change clothes, didn't I? As an introduction to this song, I just, some of you may know this, but I just discovered this last week that Catherine Lee Bates wrote the lyrics to America the Beautiful on a train ride to Colorado where she was overlooking Pikes Peak. And later on, a music author, which I don't know his name right now, but he collaborated and had written music and put it to that lyric. However, they had never met. They never met till the day they died. And this is true of this song. I often say I co-wrote this song with a dead man, but his name is Harold Arlen. He also wrote Over the Rainbow. And so I've got a great collaborator, even if I'm not the greatest collaborator myself, but he is a truly gifted composer. So I'm going to try this song, and I hope you enjoy it. I wrote the lyrics, music by Harold Arlen. Oh, I would be a big star, accompany my guitar. I'd sing a joyful noise. I might not be the smartest, but I'd be a vocal artist if I only had a voice. I'd practice my staccato. My sing would be my motto. My vocal cords, my joy. I could sing a cappella. I would be quite a fella if I only had a voice. I'd sing sweet melody, no flats or sharps in me, and my lungs would put my name on a marquee, and I would sing and earn a royalty. I'd duet with a soprano. I'd show 'em all what I know. My tone would not annoy. I could croon like Sinatra. I would sing like I oughta if I only had a voice. I'd make sweet melody, fa la la, and a do re mi, and heaven's angels, they'd all envy me, and I would sing eternally. Oh, I would be a big star, accompany my guitar. I'd sing a joyful noise. Fans would marvel at my larynx, and they'd all cry out, what song's next, if I only had a voice. I might not be the smartest, but I'd be a vocal artist if I only had a voice. Thank you all.
So next we have another vocal solo. This is by Paul Baker.
Thank you. A little mic test here, maybe.
We enjoyed it, thank you.
So, this is a song I learned from the radio many years ago. Some of you may be old enough to remember it also. Anyway, I discovered that the song is possible, not just in West Virginia or in Arkansas, but even in North Carolina. Song is, I'm my own grandpa. Many, many years ago when I was 23, I was married to a widow, just as pretty as she could be. This widow had a grown-up daughter who had hair red. My father fell in love with her and soon the two were wed. This made my dad my son-in-law and changed my very life. My daughter was my mother, 'cause she was my father's wife. To complicate the matter, even though it brought me joy, I soon became the father of a bouncing baby boy. This made that little baby a brother-in-law to Dad, and so became my uncle, though it made me very sad, because if he was my uncle, that also made him the brother of the widow's grown-up daughter, who of course was my stepmother. Oh, I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. It sounds funny, I know, but it really is so. I'm my own grandpa. Well, my father's wife then had a son who kept them on the run, and he became my grandchild because he was my daughter's son. Now, my wife is now my mother's mother, and it makes me blue because she is my wife. She's my grandmother too. Oh, I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. It sounds funny, I know, it really is so. I'm my own grandpa. Grandpa. Now, if my wife is my grandmother, then I'm her grandchild. Every time I think of it, it nearly drives me wild. For now I have become the strangest thing you ever saw. As husband of my grandmother, I am now grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. It sounds funny, I know, it really is so. Oh, I'm my own grandpa.
All right, next up we have a vocal small group, the Old Rockers.
Check 1, 2.
Check, yes.
Yeah, there's 3 of us here. We're the Old Rockers. This is Rex Road. He plays bass. I'm Orlin Cara. And this is Richard Rathmel. He plays dobro. I'd like to do a song for you now that I wrote. I like blueberries. So the name of this song is Blueberry Dream. Blueberry dream, that happy scene, everything peaches and cream. Here in my blueberry dream, strawberry skies, it's no surprise. Smiles appearing in my eyes under these strawberry skies. Warm summer breezes caress you. Savor that flavor so smooth. Dark velvet nights, oh what delight, lift you to magical heights. Under those dark velvet nights, blueberry dream, it's so serene, everything peaches and cream. Here in my blueberry, here in my blueberry, here in my blueberry dream.
Thank you, folks.
And next up, we have Don Hines doing the comedy Hee Haw Revisited.
Good afternoon. Hee Haw was my favorite show when I was growing up, and I would like to do the rendition of Rendersella by Archie Campbell. Once upon a time in this foreign country, there lived a beautiful princess, and her name was Rendersella. Well, Rendersella, she lived with her mugly other and two sad blisters. With this hung and prancing yens, he was having this fancy fall, and he invited the people from rouse the mound, especially the pitch people, the one that had mozzarella. Well, Rendersella, she couldn't go to this fancy fall because she didn't have nothing in there. So there appeared before her Gary Mudfutter. And he touched her with his magic man and said, Rendersella, be short home for a night mid, or I turn you into a tumpkin. So Rendersella goes to this fancy fall and is kicked hooks and hit white sources. When she arrives at this fancy fall, this hung and prancing yes, he was hiding behind this wooden hinder. And he seen how where she fuzz, they let him fuzz. And then asked to light him night mid. And suddenly the mid-clock struck night, and Rendersella spaced down the rares, and just as she beats the rattle, she slopped her dripper. So the next day, this hung and prancing yes went all over looking the car and country for the beautiful princess who had slopped her dripper. So he finally made it to Rendersella's house, and he tried to slash Gipper on her mugly other, but it fitting did. So he tried to slash Gipper on the two sad ugly isters, and it fitting did either. But as the gory stoves, he tried to slash Gipper on Rendersella, and it fit did. So the story of the Maury is, if you want to meet up with any hung and prancing yenses, don't forget to slop your drippers.
All right, so next up we have our dance solo by Debbie Hoffman. All right, and that concludes the performing arts of the senior games and silver arts. Our judges are going to go to a different room, and I will announce the winner shortly.